Peace, family. This is a Memorial Day video. It's 11:30 at night on the 27th. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, and I'm scheduled to work. So I'm going to be at the retirement home on Memorial Day. So let's do a tribute to the holiday, the holy day, called Memorial Day. That's where the word holiday comes from. It comes from holy day. So it's a holy day. God bless America. Let's talk about the Native Americans. So Christopher Columbus came to America, and the Indians, the natives, they were on the land. And these people were looked at as savages. Murder them all. Just get rid of them. We were rounding them up. Research the Trail of Tears. The Native Americans were walking on the trail crying because they lost everything. And these pioneers came and brutally murdered everyone. So the pioneers were calling them savages, when in fact the real savages were the ones that came on their land and started butchering everybody. So that's the spirit of America. Happy Memorial Day. The spirit of America. When we first got here, we brutally murdered all these people, all these tribes, people that were living in peace, that were grounded, they were connected to the earth, and they knew God. They knew that they were one with nature, and many of them were peaceful. That's why it was so easy to just kill them all. So America, we came, landed, was it like Virginia, that you landed on the rock? And then we began just wiping out all these savages, wiping out these people, mass genocide. Happy Memorial Day. So America wiped out all these Indians, called them savages. Then let's talk about taxes. There was the Revolutionary War, and what was that about? We didn't want to pay tax. We didn't want to pay half a penny for a tax on tea, and Great Britain was like, just as a sign of good faith, just pay us something. And you know what we said? We said, "Fuck you. You ain't getting shit." And then they came over and we started throwing rocks at their soldiers. And then the Revolutionary War broke out. And the Americans were successful. We killed the Redcoats because the Redcoats would just walk in a straight line. I mean, this is the history that I was taught. It's probably not even true. It's probably all made up. I wasn't there. How do you prove it? So now you get your check. There's taxes taken out of it. If you invest in a stock with that money, that taxes were already taken out of it. Once you pull your money out of the stock, then you have to pay more tax. If you go and then get your fried food from the restaurant that clogs your arteries and kills you, genetically modified food that has Roundup weed killer and chlorine in it, you pay for that, and then you get taxed on it. And then you get taxed on your car in order to drive. You got to buy a sticker. You need insurance. You get taxed on your home that you live in to just live on the property, so you'll never own it. But in the beginning, people did not want to pay half a penny for tax. So look what the great country of of America has turned into. Just a country that taxes you on every single thing. And that was the whole entire reason of leaving Great Britain and starting the community in the first place. So that they landed here, brutally murdered all the Indians. Genocide. What up, Triple Fourth? We're just doing a Memorial Day tribute to America. Maybe I should just take this flag and like flip it upside down in the background. What up, Light from Aries? We're just talking about Memorial Day, how America is responsible for genocide, and we're taking the American flag and we're flipping it upside down, and we're just doing a tribute to this great country that was what up, bro? Light from Aries. I like your channel. I've been following you for like a week. Pretty cool material. I need to check out the Orgonite. And you inspired me to start getting some materials. I'm gonna start building them. So what else did America do? Well, America, like here's what I believe about 9/11. I believe that there wasn't even any planes. That it was computer generated. There's video where the plane is going into the building and it like glitches, and it would be so easy to use special effects. So I believe that America put on 9/11 and murdered its own people. But go and fight for this country. My dad, he's like, oh, you know what I wanted for you? I wanted you to join the Navy. I talked to the recruiter. He was driving a Honda. And I'm like, you know, the guy that's trying to sign me up for the Navy, he's driving a Honda. Now, if he was driving a BMW or like a Bentley, well, maybe that would have caught my eye a little better. But I'm talking to this guy, and I'm like, well, how much are we talking a year? $80,000? And the recruiter tells me, oh, that's not even how much I get paid. Well, how much? And he's like, well, about $12,000 a year. Well, then what are we doing on this ship? I'm talking to the recruiter. And the recruiter tells me that I'd be on the ship working on a nuclear reactor. And the purpose of having that ship is we send out planes. And I asked him, well, what do the planes do? The planes drop bombs on people. Wonderful. So if I join the Navy, I'll be getting paid less than minimum wage to send out planes and drop bombs on innocent people. Because America is so wicked and evil. So we got, when Christopher Columbus, he brutally murdered all the Native Americans, all the Indians. Just called them savages, brutally killed them all. The Trail of Tears, wipe them out, get them off of the land. And then America was behind 9/11, murdered its own people. All right, bro, thank you for tuning in. We have the Revolutionary War. The whole reason for establishing America in the first place was to have a society that doesn't tax. But then you see what it has become. I can't go to the store. If I buy a box of tea, they're going to tax me on it. And it's going to be a little bit more than half a penny. But that's why the Redcoats came over marching, and then we shot them, brutally murdered them all because Jesus wanted us to. Then there was slavery. Let's talk about slavery. God bless America. So the slaves, we had melanated, dark-skinned people build our society. And this was really bad. Even after they got free, My mom remembers a time when they had separate water fountains. That's so bad. So bad. And you wonder why black people are still angry. Well, I'd be angry too, because it's still in this generation. It's not like it was 500 years ago. My mom remembers there being separate water fountains in America. So, the melanated, dark-skinned people were slaves in America. The landowners, the white European Caucasians, would whip them, treat them like animals, breed them. We would take this dark-skinned guy that's really strong, and then we would tell this woman, like, you two are gonna have sex. We're gonna breed you like a bunch of animals. And it's like we would force them to have sex with each other. And then we would have them work all day in the cotton fields, whip them, and then when they got free, we didn't give them anything. No reparations. It's almost like if you played a game of Monopoly and then you start out with no money. There you go. Just enjoy your life. And these people didn't know what to do. So I would say that dark-skinned people are doing pretty well because they started out with nothing. So you got Christopher Columbus establishing America, killing all of the people that were inhabiting the land. That's genocide. That's what Americans did. Then the whole purpose of coming here was a tax-free society. And we didn't even want to pay half a penny for tea. We dressed up as Indians and then we threw the tea into the water. The Boston Tea Party, the Sons of Liberty did it. This is history. So, I mean, did it really happen? Is it all made up? Who knows? But supposedly, the reason for establishing America was to have a tax-free society. Then America was behind 9/11. Search false flag events. Because all these shootings that you hear about, it didn't even happen. It's all made up. And it's a strategic agenda to program the masses, to put fear into them, to get them thinking in a certain manner, so then you can control them like a bunch of animals. Human farming. That's what this whole game in America is about. God bless America, Memorial Day. The whole entire country is based on human farming. So my dad made me talk to a Navy recruiter. The guy's driving around in a Honda like a freaking loser. And then he says, well, yeah, you join the Navy and then you don't even get paid minimum wage. Duh. And then you just send out planes and then they drop bombs on people. I mean, what's wrong with that? Well, hey, anybody that murders somebody is a murderer. What would the world be like if you just made a decision and said, I'm not going to take a human life my whole entire life. I'm not going to kill anybody. And then everyone thought like that. What if everyone thought like that? Where they just made a conscious decision, no matter what, I'm not going to kill anybody. But that's not the case. People join the Army and the Navy just to make money, and then they go kill people. That's wrong. God bless America. And then the whole slavery thing. My mom remembers separate but equal, separate water fountains. And the dark-skinned people that were brought from Africa, they were treated really poorly. Whipped, made to work all day, bred like a bunch of animals, forced to have sex with people that are strangers that you don't even know, just to breed them like a bunch of dogs. So that's my view on America. And I'm looking forward to sitting in this box tomorrow and working for money on Memorial Day. And just doing something that I don't like for money. And then maybe I can take my check that keeps me in check. I get the check from the bank, and then I can buy some fried food. And then that restaurant can take the money and then put it right back in the bank. And then the bank can keep raping and pillaging and murdering and lying to people and just broadcasting misinformation, mind control. And maybe we could just give it to the churches so then they can keep teaching the Bible is literal and they keep people in the most lowest state of ignorance that they could possibly be in. God bless America. I'm Jory Richard. And the name of this video is Memorial Day Tribute. I'm going to give everyone shout outs. 44485, you the man. I appreciate you. Life from Aries. You got a good channel. Earthangel.co. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Jeannie Too Cold. Craig Linville. And Phoeben. What up, Phoeben Francis? Alright, family. I'm getting out of here. God bless America and enjoy your Memorial Day. Amen. Amen. Raw.